Okay, we're starting an investigation on an incident of theft in the Skaal village. We need to prove them that we have wisdom. I think I'll try to find a bed and wait until morning. We're not in any hurry. No beds here.
Head on.
This was empty, I think. Yeah. Okay, check in at the colony. We're not gonna check in at the colony right away. I want to solve the theft at least. I want to talk to guards. Okay, Ice Mane is a valiant warrior and no thief. Any of the Skaal can tell you that. Anyone who would say different is a liar. He has always proven to be brave and true, and it's impossible to imagine that he would be capable of this crime. Who was the other one? Ice Mane and Half Hand. He's a clever one. He's a wise and crafty, and perhaps for this he is not well liked. Still, he is of the Skaal, and we must take his accusation seriously. Investigate a crime. I have been told that many people doubt that Engar would resort to any sort of thievery. He was a respected warrior and was known to be an honorable man. Was known to be? Ice Mane's hut. So, where's the other guy's hut? Where did he steal?
No, don't eat the skin, for God's sake. You don't know where it's been.
I don't see Half Hand's hut anywhere. Maybe it goes by a different name. You have a problem. You are the one who is investigate a crime that has been blamed on my husband. How may I help you? Engar would never do such a thing as this. He's a man of honor, and we want for nothing. Cannot imagine what would drive Rignor to make such an accusation. Rigmore. I guess that's how his house is named. Perhaps he's jealous of my husband and these charges are meant to disgrace him. Rigmore had been a good friend to me until this accusation. We had spent some time together, but now he has decided to ruin my family. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Pig children. Um, is there a Rigmore's house then? There it is.
Some people are born dumb, like me.
Consistency. What's that? It's where you name all the goddamn houses by first name or second name basis. Just pick one, stay with it.
Yes, I understand you are investigating Engar Icemane's theft.
A terrible thing, but you were sent to investigate a crime. What can I do for you, Outlander? Okay, our persuasion is good enough. I don't think we need to try to admire him. Hmm. Tell me about Engar. He had always been a valuable member of the Skaal, but he is not a caring man. He leaves his lovely wife for weeks at a time while on the hunt. He probably stole my first because he wasn't able to provide enough for his family. Such a sad story. But you can't say that he's not a caring man and then say he went as far as stole because he cared so much about them. I can't understand why he would do such a thing. We of the Skaal give to each according to need. If Iceman had needed more first, they would have been provided, but instead he stole them from my home. It's difficult to explain. I feel sorry for his lovely wife, who will be left all alone. This is the worst villain ever. I'd like to say that, but it's probably not true, not even close. At least the maker of this quest heavily wants to derail the player's thoughts to one direction. What the hell am I supposed to investigate this? Where's the accused anyway? This isn't much of an investigation if this is. I can't ask him any questions about them.
I took care of it, didn't I?
I don't care what. Yeah, I don't quite get what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'll keep going around talking to people. Maybe something will pop up. Yeah, no one believes he's a thief. But I can't ask any details or anything about the events. I can't really do anything.
In your dreams, little buddy.
Okay. Tell me about Rigor Halfhand. I had no quarrel with Halfhand until this day. I thought him a friend to my family, to my wife, Rizzy Icemane. Especially while I was on the hunt. He was known to keep counsel with her and others who remained in the village. Now this from him? She's my wife, a wise and beautiful woman. Her life is not an easy one, as I'm often gone for weeks on a hunt. But she is strong, and our children will be fine warriors. Or the child. Or are you referring to future children? I know what I'm accused of, and I know that it is a lie. I've no need for the furs of Rigmore Half-Hand. I'm a Skaal warrior. My honor and honor of the Skaal are my life. But I will bear this injustice as any warrior should, with dignity. I don't know how I'm supposed to investigate this. This isn't an investigation. It's the goddamn, because there's no dialogue. Ah. Not much I can do. Keep talking to people until something pops up. No thief.
Head on.
I don't know how to proceed here. 2,500. At least we can get rid of something. Something of weight, hopefully this time. Actually, the ropes. Shitty ropes. But they, yeah, I won't buy that item because it's not a armor or a weapon. I guess, last dagger. No one is selling anything new. No one's selling anything of value. The only, I guess, new thing that pops up is that he could be after the wife, but don't have exactly any evidence one way or another. Okay, now Rissy Iceman is the dialogue option. I keep asking about that from others. She's a good woman, the wife of Iceman. She must be strong while her husband spends long weeks away.
On your...
A beautiful woman, deserving of better than her husband. Were I her mate, she would lead a much better life.
What a life. Yes, I understand you are investigating Engar Icemane's theft.
You are a smart one, aren't you? Running out of potions. Chat a while. Okay. This isn't going well. This is going terribly. I'll try to sell these. No! It went down. My persuasion skill was not up to the task. Hopefully we've got most of that out of the way already. I don't know what the hell am I supposed to do here. There are a few people we haven't talked to though. Clearly that person has to be gotten rid of, because he hates me now.
Ah, you bring good fortune with you. Welcome.
Okay, can you tell me something new? Smart man, but there's something not right about him. He spends too much time in Ironman's home while Engar is on the hunt. This is not appropriate. Good woman, but she spends too much time in the company of Half-Hand. It is not appropriate while her husband is away on the hunt. Engar has been a valiant warrior for the Skaal for as long as I can remember. Both his father and his father's father were known to be brave and honest men as well. His wife, Reese Iceman, will be heartbroken if he is found to be guilty. Speaks with her, though she knows him well. I have heard about this crime, and it puzzles me. Ingar Iceman is known to be an honorable warrior. Still, making a false accusation against another man seems a risky thing to do. I doubt even Rignor Half-Hand would do such a thing. Talk to the wife again. I have to go with the relationship thing. That's all I
On
have
your
at the
way.
moment. What can you tell me about them? Come to me when you have more information too. This matter is a serious one and we will not proceed until all of the facts have been discovered. So, the problem is that there are no real dialogue options. I'm not sure what am I supposed to ask. No one will tell me pretty much anything.
Some people are born dumb. Like me, for instance.
Am I supposed to talk to someone? There's nothing to really indicate that anyone will tell anything different. Each one has the exact same dialogue. Maybe the wife needs to be persuaded, but I'm very reluctant to try to do that because it tends to go bad. But I don't really know what else to do, so we'll go with that. Ooh, we had a powerful restore magic potions. Where's the Restore fatigue. I want to be at full fatigue before I try this.
You are the one who is to investigate a crime that has been blamed on my husband.
Is there
How
something
may I help
in
you?
this house? I don't dare touch the containers because it can be...
Cold? This ain't cold. You should try Skyrim. Now there's cold for you.
Hey, there's the machine proof. Dearest Rizzy, why will you not see me? You know how I feel, and I know you feel the same about me. Please simply consent to speak to me. Just a word, a moment with you, would ease my soul. If I cannot be with you, I will have to resort to something drastic. Please consider your feelings. Your husband is allowed away for weeks at a time with no consideration for your needs. I've always been there for you. I always will be. We should be together, dear Rizzy. Our age. Again, no, we don't. Can we talk to him about the letter? Wigmer Halfhand is a clever one. His words can be like honey. You saw the letter he wrote me. May be the reason he has brought these accusations against my husband. You have found the letter, have you not? It's true that Rigmar and I had a brief affair, but that has ended. He refused to let me go, though. I fear that he has caused this trouble just to get rid of Engar. You must put a stop to this. My husband is a good man and does not deserve this fate. Why don't you tell that from the start? Jesus Christ. It's not like it's a minor matter. It's get thrown to the wolves or like, get thrown out of the community at the least. So I guess I'll
You, who are to be my judge, what would you ask?
talk with him. You found the letter, but why would... This is an outrage. I only wanted the woman. Why did that fool have to choose the wolves? He could have simply left and she and I could have been together forever. You know my crime and I know you must tell Heartfang. Let's go to him and I will accept my fate. So, Halfhand has invented this tale of theft over a woman? By the Old Maker, this will not go unpunished. By Skaal tradition, making a false accusation carries the same penalty as the crime that is claimed. In this case, either exile or death. By sacrifice to the wolves. The verdict is yours to decide. Halfhand would be forced to leave the Skaal village, never to return. None of the Skaal will hunt him, but neither will they offer him aid, even in his most dire need. He will be dead to this tribe until the end of time. The verdict is yours. Make your choice. Sacrifice the wolves. The more honorable death, perhaps. The Cane Lord, the ceremonial wolves of their tribe, would be summoned by the shaman, and Halfhand would be fed to them. In that way, his spirit will be purified and reborn, perhaps to be a better life than this one that he has chosen to throw away. It is up to you. Halfhand must be exiled permanently from the Skaal or must be fed to the ceremonial wolves. Which do you choose? He'd probably choose exile for himself. Doesn't seem honorable, so he probably doesn't care about the ceremonial wolves. I'd like to see ceremonial wolves though. Wolves! Feed him to the wolves! To the wolves then! You have shown mercy through allowing him to die with dishonor. Perhaps you have some wisdom after all. Lead the prisoner outside that he may accept his sentence. The shaman will summon the Cairn Lord and perform their function. But first, accept this token. It is unlikely, but perhaps you too can be more like the wolves we revere. Helm of the Wolf's Heart. Is it any good? Oh, there it is. Oh, but it's ugly. Ugly as sin.
You have done well, showing your loyalty and wisdom. You're growing weak.
No. We had nothing of value. You have cleared my name and restored my honor. What can I do for you, my friend? Rissy has made mistakes, but she is a good woman. I will need to pay more attention to her lest she stray again. Do not blame her for this though. I blame this situation on half hand. That's a good attitude to take. Yeah, there is no more Rigmore half hand. So what next? You have done well, Thule. You have shown your loyalty and wisdom. But there is one thing further I will require of you. Now you must prove your strength as a warrior. I wish for you to travel to Lake Fjalling. I will mark it on your map. Seek out Korst Windeye, who has traveled there already. He will give you further instructions. Look for him on the northern shore of the lake. The shaman. He should spend more time with steel and less in studies. Still, he can provide good advice. Yeah, I'm not going to do that now. We'll check the situation with the colony. Nice comment there. If you shaved her palms, she might pass for a monkey. Ah.
May I help you?
Yep. Okay, now we can go back and forth. She was here earlier, but there's no reason for us to pay to get back at the fort. We can just teleport there. New buildings. Okay, let's see what's happening in the colony. Whether you know it or not, Thule, you have arrived at a crossroads. If he hasn't already, I'm sure Carnius will approach you before long. He will attempt to draw you into his plans for this colony. Though I do not know what they are, I know they will be carried out at the expense of the hard-working people of this colony. Rather than see you fall prey to his greed, I hope you would give consideration to aiding me in making Ravendrock a better place for us all. I can reveal to you now that the true reason I took this position was to counter whatever schemes Carnius may have. I want to see this colony succeed, Thule, and I believe you can help me to see that it does. I shall give you some time to think it over. Let me know when you're ready to make that choice. Falco has asked me to help him keep Carnius in check as the colony grows. I should be careful in taking sides, but he wants me to consider aiding him. Let me talk
Well,
to
it couldn't get
Carnius.
worse, could it?
What's the... What does Carnius have planned? Guess we should talk to him. Yeah. Another nice saying. Sun shines every day in hell.
Stuck here forever. I'll die.
Oh, don't even say it. I can tell by the look of on your face. Falco gave you his little pep talk, didn't he? Oh, Thule, I need your help. Won't you help me? Perhaps instead you should think about doing yourself a favor by aiding me, Fixer. Believe me, I can make you much better offer than Falco ever could. Don't be fooled. I will tolerate you only for as long as you are useful to me. If you perform well enough, it will be to your perfect benefit. I think it is clear that I am in a position to offer you a great deal more than Falco might. Serve me well, and you may end up taking Falco's place. Take a little time to think it over, Fixer.
I can't believe it. Can't anyone do anything right?
Yeah, the game makers are making Discovery unlikable, so this is probably a evil shit we have to do for him if we decide that. I'll take Falco's side. Power... I'm a Telvanni, goddamn Archmagister. What power do you offer me? You're a tradesman. Jesus Christ.
Any time now.
Money... I have what? 34,000 and I have nowhere to put it, so...
Forever.
I don't give a crap about money. I can't say I give too much of a crap about the colony either, but it's at least something new and interesting, so I'll take a side with Falco. This is the wrong place for this choice. Because it's a blind one to an extent. You're not making a proper choice between different paths. You're making a choice between a very bit unlikable character and a bit friendlier character. So you can have some idea what you might be into, but basically you're doing a choice, a blind choice. Actions should be deciding that. You should make the crossroad. I don't mind the choice given here or the decision, but it should be, the choice should come when you basically have to decide between two actions, and then you make your choice. Where do you stand? Not like this. Because just because he's a dick doesn't mean that his choice is evil. But now I don't know. If I choose to side with him, I have no guarantee that I can choose something else. If I choose Falco, it might be irreversible choice, especially since the game is sort of hinting that you should consider it carefully. I don't know. It, it
Your
seems to
turn to
me
talk,
like a bad way to
ours
do
to
this.
listen.
Each side should give them their speech,
May I help
like they
you?
did. Although we haven't exactly decided on anything yet. But I hope this isn't an irreversible crossroad, so I have no idea what I'm deciding on. But seeing how blatantly obvious this expansion has been, it basically goes out of its way to rub the obvious solutions in your face, so I'm suspecting starting with Falco is a sensible choice here. Have you decided to do what is right? Do what? Do what? What? I haven't decided to do what's right. I've decided to help you because that's how the coin flipped this time around. I am definitely money and power type of person, but just saying you do what I say and you get money and power, it's not a motivation for me because I already am very powerful. I'm already very rich. So you offering me 2,000 septims and some kind of a subservient position in your merchant company is not a attractive opposition to me. Even a slightly interesting thing that provides no money and no power would be more interesting than that at this point. So it's again, we'll see what the options are, and maybe we can switch sides. But it seems like do the good thing or go with money and power. So very typical RPG choices and bad ones. Bad ones, both of them, because usually at least you know what the options lead to. Here you don't. So it's a let's see what you have to offer. Excellent. I'm glad you have your work. I'm glad to have you working with me. From now on, every future assignment you are given will come from me. You promote me. We're going to have to work on those skills some. Complete another assignment or two. Okay, what's the requirements then? We can see it on the character sheet. Well, I don't have a real assignment for you, but perhaps you can help me with something else. I have a difficult decision to make. Your input would be valuable to me. Raven Rock is expanding nicely despite the heavy ore quotas Carnius has insisted on. It's time we build something other than housing. The funds are available to build either a smithy or a trader outpost. I'm having a difficult time deciding which would suit us better. I'd value your opinion. Take some time to think it over and talk to the workers if you like. And come back when you made up your mind. I think a trader outpost might be better because there are several smithies on the island already.
Too bad about the ship. Not your fault, though.
You're asking me? Well, gee, it's nice to know that you think I'm important. I think it would be great if there were a place where I could go shopping and buy some nice new clothes. Maybe something that isn't wool, you know? I'm a very big fan of wool, of course, but after a while it gets a little itchy and starts to smell.
Well, if it isn't you again, I dare say you're one of the
Well, if you
nicest
ask
people
me,
I
we
met.
need a smith
And that's
here.
saying
If
quite
the
a lot.
equipment breaks down, we could just get it fixed here instead of shipping it off to the mainland. That's just my opinion.
Another day, another 100 vials of ore.
I don't know that I really care either way, to be honest. Guess I'd have to say a trader would be better to have, since I could buy all sorts of things there.
Raven Rock, the jewel of Solstheim.
My lungs must be as black as these rocks by now.
Yeah, you're dead. Tough question. I think I'd rather see a trader here. Maybe that way more people would be interested in stopping by. Then maybe some of them might want to stay, and that would make the workload lighter for all of us. I'm leaning towards trader too. Also, couldn't you try to use meeting services of the Imperial Fort or some of the locals?
Raven Rock, the jewel of Solstheim.
And if the town grows a little bit, surely there's going to be a smith here. So I'm going to go with Trade House.
Too bad about the ship. Not your fault, though.
So, what do you think, Thule? Which should it be, a smith or a trader? Trader. Trader, eh? Well, we can certainly build that, though it will take some time. Are you absolutely sure that's what we should build? Once we invest the money in it, we can't change the plans. I'm sure. So be it. I'll be the man started. I'll get the men started on construction. You take the news to Carnius. I doubt he'll care, but Stendar forbid. He doesn't know every little detail of what goes on here. I feel the smith is a good choice, but surely they could also build a fireplace or smithery on their own. To do some kind of basic repair work, it's probably not something you need a lot of expertise in. Making tools, getting the ore, making tools from scratch, that's probably a lot harder, but some kind of maintenance work should be a lot more simpler to do. But if they suck at it, they suck at it. I'd suggest them talking to the locals, try to get some kind of arrangement on services. So, like, once a month, get the equipment that needs repairing, hold them to the local smith to have them repaired, or have orders from him to get the basic equipment you need. Something like that.
Go ahead, stranger.
At least talk to the guys, see if they're interested.
You chose Falco. Fine. Just leaves more from me.
What? Fine, that's fine. Honestly, don't care. Just make sure there are no problems. I don't want to be bothered with this again. Carnius has been informed of the decision regarding the construction plans. I should check back in a few days when the work is done. What are the East Empire Company? Personality 30, willpower 30, so stats are not the problem. Speed, scratch, mercantile, security, long blade, medium armor. Yeah, all skills that I don't really have. One needs to be at 40, 2 skill needs to be at 10. So yeah, we're not gonna get those promotions. Long blade, and I guess would be the likeliest. 2 at 10. Yeah, we need to speak one and devote time to that. Medium armor. There's no trainers here, so long blade 33. Yeah, that's probably doable. Mercantile, what is it? 35, but we would need to do a lot of training. It's very, very annoying to do. Speechcraft, not going up. That's something we could do, but I would basically have to do the admire crap on someone for a long time to bring it up, and I don't want to. So we're going to start using long blades. Wish I had a bounce spell for that though. What long blades do we have? Shadows thing. I don't want to use that. Yep, large Skaal. It's an okay weapon. Cross damage 10 to 30 points, which is probably pretty much useless. So I don't really care about the promotions, to be honest. And this blunt weapon seems much more interesting. So, screw that. We would have other long blades, though, that would be great weapons. Now, I'm not going to carry a 90 pound mace around. We could bound the shield. Yes. I'm gonna stop using the dagger and bound that to a shield. Long blade would help. It's a tough choice. Okay, let's go to the lake.
If
Let's
I
hear it.
can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help. Yes?
I like to do some fighting anyway. See how... It's fairly fast, but look at how much fatigue it costs to hit even once. So this is a bad training weapon because we won't be and blunt weapon 14. Yeah, I'm not using this. I'll use the blood skull. It's more useful skill in general. We have more skill in it. And it doesn't weigh a ton, so we might be able to use a weapon like this in the future. It's a very good weapon, we just aren't hitting with it. Brigands aren't exactly great targets, but we killed something with it. Still, it's not exactly a great weapon, is it? At least in my hands. So we can't fight any serious fights with this. What is happening? The fudge was this noise? I'm not doing the quick strikes with these because I think the difference between the minimum and maximum damage in these weapons is also determined by if you do the shallow strikes, you'll do the minimum damage. With daggers, the high speed and the minor difference between minimum and maximum means that there's no point doing the bigger strikes really. Every enemy regenerate in this goddamn island. This will give us blocking and large display. Both very useful. For God's sakes. And she's regenerated almost full health. Ah, for God's sakes, he did her. I probably should use the faster attacks just to get more hits, because hits are experience for the weapon. Probably should use the hand-to-hand combat. I think before I leave this island I will do a hand-to-hand fight with a bear again. See how it will end up. We can raise the levels. I'll take down a boar. Go down. Come on, you squealing little bastard, die already. Conjuration raise too. This is nice. If I get easier fights, I think I will try to use hand to hand. Long blade would be good for promotions, but yeah, I'd rather play the character I am. I'm not against getting the skill, but I don't want to play with the skill too much. So it's gonna be bot training. Okay. So where's the shaman? Shaman. Pull to the north. I'm sure it'll become obvious where he is once we actually get to the lake. North shore of the lake. Okay. What do we call this? I guess the water isn't all that clear as I thought. It's probably a magical fire. So, I assume you want to talk to me about that.
Ah, you've arrived. These are strange times, my friend.
No shit.